I keep filming these on the side of the road, which feels very impermanent and sexy to me. Like last time that I filmed this on the side of the road, I met this guy in a red truck, and he low-key was like, yo, wanna... And I was like, no, I'm not into it, and also I have to catch a flight right now, because I was literally like, I was filming a YouTube video, and then I checked the clock, and I was like, oh, I am gonna miss my flight. And then he was like, oh, no way, I work at the airport, and I'm about to go there. My shift starts in an hour. Do you want to ride? And homie literally took me to the airport, which was insane. And he was so cool. And don't get in strangers' red trucks, but he had a good vibe, and I was like chilling off it. But anyways, I want to talk about my current thoughts about love and romance and this like invisible thing that happens when you just like integrate lives with somebody. And I wouldn't say I'm in love right now, but I have been integrating, and it's been a long time since I've been in a position to integrate, because integrating meaning just like experiment with it, period. I've been single and alone for almost 5 years now, and I'm having a hard time talking about this. Like, I had the intention that I wanted to talk about it, but then now that I'm actually talking about it, I feel like exposed and awkward. It's also just like so personal and sensitive, and I think I have this obsession with the grass is like in the field of vision. Sometimes I have like this thought of like everything I say has to be insightful, and I'm not that insightful, you know? Like, I'm kind of just like mind dumping and sharing, and I never want it to come off as advice, and I never want it to come off as like insightful, because I'm not trying to be insightful. I'm trying to just like live my life and do my things and like have fun and like talk to people about it. For me, it's more about like learning how to be brutally honest. And this circles back into my love conversation, because like the whole thing about love is being fully seen. And I'm 24. This actually might be my like one of the biggest weaknesses in my life, is like being comfortable being seen. This is also why I'm like forcing myself to use social media, because I feel like it's an avenue to be seen at a large scale and to be exposed to a bunch of positives of what that means, and also a bunch of negatives, because like a bunch of people could see you and totally tear you to shreds, and you need to be strong enough to be like, yo, I still know who I am, I still know what I do, I still fuck with myself and stand by what I say. And that is hard, and especially like for me, now that I've been experimenting with it, I've noticed that it's actually easier for me to be seen by strangers, or like with strangers on the street, like I'm just walking around talking, yapping, hello, whatever, sharing my life, or strangers on the internet, because you don't know these people and you don't really care as much what they think about you, because they're strangers and they have their opinion really doesn't have direct impact on your life. But when you have somebody that you deeply care about, or somebody that's been in your life for a long time, you would think like, okay, these people, they know me, they've like gone through different patterns with me, like I can trust that they love me and are there for me, and like you don't have to think about it as much. But for me, it's actually like hardest to be like completely and fully honest and fully myself in these circumstances, because it's like I just care so much that I start trying to manipulate my behavior, which is I know that that's not the way. It's not the way to like feel real love. It's not the way to feel love. It's not the way to give love. It's not like... Also, you just get to the truth faster by being brutally honest. And the truth is the answer. And if you can't tell the truth, then everything else is just like a gray area waiting thing. And for me, I don't struggle to tell the truth. I just struggle to say period. Like, I will lean towards not sharing more often than I will lean towards sharing, which then puts you in the position of like, you know how like when you are someone that asks a bunch of questions and you are always curious asking questions, and then sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, I feel so heard, like this person is interested in me, and other times people are like, oh my god, I'm being interrogated, I'm being interviewed by this bitch, like shut the fuck up, why do you ask so many questions? And then you, as somebody that asks questions, can often feel, or not you, I'm talking about myself, I'll be like, oh, no one's asking me any questions, nobody's interested in my life. And that phenomenon comes not because people don't ask you questions, it comes because you don't share about yourself. Like, you expect people to do the hard work of curiosity without you doing the hard work of letting yourself be exposed and letting yourself be seen. And usually when I gravitate towards people, it's because they're like very confident and like very comfortably themselves. Like, that's what a cool person is to me. Like, cool people are just like so radically themselves, like they just don't even think about it, and you're like, wow, them being themselves to such an extreme level and like feeling so solid makes them attractive to me, because those types of people make you feel comfortable to be yourself, you know? And when I'm in an energy or like a space in my life where I like have that, that's when everything comes through. That's when like the connections are made. That's when I attract. That's when like opportunities come up, because like it's just confidence, and like confidence attracts confidence, and like everything just aligns in that way. But I don't think I embody that all the time, and when I don't, I am like aware that I'm not embodying that, which then pisses me off, and then I'm like, girl, like, hello, go be a real person in the real world. Like, why are you being like this? Which is frustrating. Anyways, in terms of love, I am someone that does prioritize like, or want a healthy partnership, and like to build a life with someone, and to like build a life with someone long term, and to have a family one day. And because I'm a woman and there's a biological clock, it's super difficult, and for other scenarios that like I don't want to share yet but probably will eventually, I'm hyper aware of the timeline, and I'm hyper aware of the timeline with everything in my life. And it's funny because like here I am talking about college and my college timeline, and how I let myself like spread it out across 6 years and experiment, and how that ended up being so much more valuable to me. So you would think after that experience I would have learned like, okay, don't stress about the timeline because it's gonna work out, and stressing about the timeline is the only way to like not use your time like basically like to stress about am I doing life right is the only way to do life wrong, because there's no right way to do life. Like, just fuck around and find out and try and like do things and be an active participant. And I like really feel solid in that perspective, and like that's what I feel in my heart works for me. But then with the love thing, it's like so out of hands, right? Like, you can't really control that, and you can be intentional about dating, and you can be intentional about putting yourself out there and talking to strangers and like being open, but in a way it's like, it is, I don't know, it's out of your hands kind of, and it's in your hands kind of, and there's just a bunch of invisible forces that like I don't know anything about, so I can't really speak on them, but it's difficult to navigate. Anyways, I am like, I don't even know how to talk about this. See, I tried, and I just went on a side rant. What was I even talking about? I just feel like I always stress that I'm not doing enough, and then I stress about the fact that I'm stressing about the fact that I'm not doing enough, and then I stress about the fact that that's like a complete waste of time, and I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, sometimes I question everything. I wrote this down recently. Sometimes I question everything, and it makes me feel like an alchemist, integrator, optimist, fairy lady that can find magic out of anything in life. And other times I question everything, and I'm like, how do I live with myself? Like, this is just too much. So this is an angle that I'd like to discuss, because basically I moved out of my apartment in November, and since November I've been essentially couch surfing, living in hotels, living in hostels, living in Airbnbs, saying hey to my parents for a bit, saying hey to the homies, whatever. And then recently I've now been, I guess you can call him a lover, or like whatever. My friend that I've known for a long time, but whatever. when I was thinking a couple months ago, like, okay, I'm gonna be nomadic and I'm gonna hop around and I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna work on my businesses and work on my projects and work on my writing and start, posting on YouTube and stuff. I was like, okay, this is perfect. Like, I can do that freely. I can explore different cities. I can see what type of lifestyle feels good to me. Figure out where I want to be, what I want to do. And in the back of my head, I like obviously always wanted to be in love, and you don't find love by like wanting love. You just have to be in the energy of love. And long story short, now I'm in this situation where I'm like in a place that is beautiful and awesome, and I'm with people that I love, and like I'm having fun with it, but it's not where I in my own self would go, like I wouldn't probably be here. I would probably be in Florida or even somewhere in South America, or I've been wanting to move to Spain for a bit. Like, there's so many other places that I would choose to be positioning myself. And part of it is like, okay, well, I'm really confident solo traveling. Like, I've been solo traveling my whole young adult life. And I have solo traveled so much, and this is a privilege. Like, I'm so grateful to say this, but I've solo traveled so much that I've gotten to the point of like, okay, solo traveling is awesome. Like, you with yourself, exploring, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. But I'm ready to, like, not solo travel anymore. Like, I'm ready to travel with my friends, I'm ready to travel with a partner, I'm ready to travel with my family, like, whatever. So, in a sense, there's, like, more value to me, like, exploring, like, different relational experiences than there is to me traveling at this current point in time with, like, where my priorities are at and, like, the phase of my life that I'm in. But that also just comes with, like, other, like, I think I just forgot that it's actually, like, it takes a lot more time to integrate fluidly with another person, because when you're by yourself, it's super easy to just, like, live your life, have your routines, have your systems, and do whatever you want all the time, and, like, it feels good to you because that's exactly, like, what you were oriented towards, so you can just do those things. But when you're with another person, it's like you're balancing and you're collaborating and you're compromising here and sacrificing here and giving in here and asking for more here and asking for less here, like, it's just like a whole dynamic change, and I don't need that much. And what I'm learning is, like, even in environments that I wouldn't necessarily choose, like, where do I feel happy and where do I feel myself? I'm literally on the side of the road in a patch of grass so I can lay in the sun, and that feels good to me. And I can find that no matter where I am in the world. And I can make stuff no matter where I am in the world. I can create stuff. I can write. I can, like, make art and talk and, like, do things. But you can't, I don't know, for me it's just like I need to stop being so meticulous about everything. Like, I cannot over optimize myself into oblivion. Like, I need to stop saying, like, that's just not how life works. And when I get, like, stuck in these moments of, like, oh, I'm not doing enough, or I'm like not being structured, and I lack routine, and then I, like, beat myself up over it, which is, like, completely a waste of time, because all you can do in that moment is build the muscle of strengthening discipline to, like, do the things that make you feel good. And you learn that through these transition periods where you're like, okay, maybe some things need adjustment. But when I get in this, like, over optimizing sensation and, like, forget how to just be, and, like, understand that, like, everything I have right now I've been, like, praying for and hoping for and, like, working my ass off for a bunch of time. It's like, sit at the mountain and enjoy the view for a second. Anyways, this was, like, a ramble. I don't know how to make these videos good, dude. Like, I really don't know what to be talking about. Like, now I feel like the videos, not only are the videos not good, it's just, like, me exposing myself in a way that's, like, not even effective. Like, the risk reward, actually there's no risk reward because I just, like, felt like talking. Anyways, okay, bye.